Good morning, everybody here and out there in Zoom land. Talk about calling. Pastor was talking about calling. When I got called, I thought to do this, I thought, oh, no. But then I thought, well, I better just jump in with both left feet, see what happens. And I thought about, I was asked to talk about support, Marilyn and my support for the church. And I thought, well, how do we support the church? And I thought, there are all the different ways, there are lots of different ways for people to do that. And then I thought, well, what is the church that we're supporting? And I thought, well, what is church? And then I heard a story from good authority that out in the Navajo Nation, there's an elder, a very respected, powerful elder who every morning in the dark gets up and he goes out into his church, the wide world, and he sings his prayer song for bringing the song up, for bringing the sun up every day. And every day the sun comes up. Now, the way I was raised, we'd call that superstition. Well, okay, we know the earth spins and so on, but church is a little like that, isn't it? It comes up because we sing it into coming up. That's what it's here for today. And then, as I was thinking about, well, what is church? My eye lit on an old book that I have called What to Look For in an Old Church, published in 1934. I got it in 1968 in England. It's for travelers or tourists visiting old churches to see what's interesting about them. And this church bears a lot of relation to those churches being an English church. And sure enough, it's cruciform, built in the form of a cross. It has 5 entrances, signifying the 5 wounds of Christ. But they have some things that we don't have. We do not have an altar on the outside for lepers. We don't have a breadboard to put our bread for the poor, although that is kind of an early state of Saturday's bread, isn't it? They had more wood carvings, and there was one very enjoyable carving of a fox preaching to a congregation of geese. And underneath that, what the fox is saying to them is, God is my witness, how I desire you all. Another little fact in here is that the church tower, which we have a great one of, used to be equipped with battlements to shoot arrows between, and also to pour hot pitch and hot lead down on attackers. We don't do that anymore. We're a reconciling congregation. Yeah. So, and then I thought, well, what to look for in an old church? It's a really great little booklet, and you can look for chancels and crypts and chapels and carvings, but what's not in here is the people. The people. When Marilyn and I joined in 1990 through the invitation of Phil Young and the good graces of Bill Boughton, the 2 of us joined this congregation actually with a third. We adopted our daughter Anna Lee at 4 weeks of age, and we wanted her baptized. We wanted her baptized by Phil and Bill Boughton and Mike Chitowera. Mike and Ruth Chitowera from Zimbabwe were here with their family. And we did that. And that became our daughter's extended family. We don't have our blood relatives here. They're back in Illinois, Chicago. But this congregation became her family. In fact, Anna Lee provided the entertainment for the 8:30 service for a good long time. Before the service, she would crawl around the floor like a tiger. And people would pat her on the head and she'd growl and snarl. And especially Tom and Betty Green enjoyed that. Tom and Betty were the subject of Bill's humor every Christmas when Bill invited people to come to the church to hang the greens. And he had to clarify that Tom and Betty were not in the line of sight. So Aunt Lee would do that for quite a while, And one of her more serious peer children said to her one day, "Are you still doing that? It's a little embarrassing, you're getting older." And she said, "As long as one person wants me to do that. So that was her way of supporting and entertaining the church. And here we are. What if, like that Navajo man, we didn't sing? What if we didn't show up? What if we didn't support, bring our substance and selves to the support of this church? Would it come up, or would it just become a building for tourists?